Hello and welcome to the World Bank and IMF annual meetings. I'm joined today by Nigeria's Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun. Minister, thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.
Now, Nigeria finds itself in a very difficult position today with a lot of short-term challenges, including high inflation and cooling growth. Do you think the country has the right balance of fiscal and monetary policies in place to deal with these problems?
Yes, I do. I think, and the emphasis in your question is the correct one, these are short-term problems. They're not, the fundamentals for Nigeria remain strong, and we've based our recovery plan on addressing those fundamentals, redirecting expenditure from consumption into investment, providing some stimulus to the economy in the meantime, and we think that's what will get growth going again. So we think that the plans are credible. We've had some challenges really around, firstly it was oil price and then oil quantity, but we're getting out of those. We've had repairs to some of our key oil facilities, and we're comfortable that oil production will be back up again, and we can ride out this storm and get back to growth.
Now, Minister, these problems have put pressure obviously on government revenues and obviously on your sort of budgetary plans, and to address that, external financing is going to play a part in improving the government's sort of fiscal position. What update can you give us on your external financing plans?
Right, well, the Eurobond, we put out an open competitive tender because we wanted to select the best parties. We've finished that process now, closed those tenders. We're doing evaluation. Hopefully we'll name parties imminently and come out to the market. We already have some strong commitments for the Eurobond offer. We're only looking for $1 billion, which is not huge, and we already have significant commitments to it. It's all, for us now, it's just about pricing.
So there's strong appetite there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We think the fundamental story for Nigeria about debt is a really sensible debt strategy. We have a low debt to GDP ratio, but we have a fairly high debt servicing cost. So by refinancing in the international markets, we reduce our financing costs and bring much needed capital. And this money that's being borrowed is for infrastructure. We've tamed our recurrent. We've put discipline in place over our recurrent expenditure to ensure that this money we're borrowing is going into capital projects, specifically infrastructure, which will help to drive growth.
Now, as you say, reforms are taking place, spending on infrastructure is occurring. Is 2017 going to show us some green shoots in the economy?
Absolutely, absolutely. We're very confident. We're already seeing some signs, positive signs that some of our policy initiatives are working. Even in the last GDP numbers that came out, there was growth in agriculture, which is one of our targets. Growth in solid minerals, another one of our targets. We've cleaned up our payrolls. We've cleaned up government payroll, reducing our recurrent expenditure. We're getting out of the cash calls. For the oil industry, which is a very inefficient use of public money, and that will also free up more headroom for infrastructure spending. So we're extremely confident that 2017 is going to be a positive year for us.
Minister, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.